Hi everyone, it's a great pleasure to be here with you. My name is SHAI DANON, I'm from Israel. In the past year I've interviewed some of this panel, which we have here now. I was created by the image of God, so I am a man, unlike maybe other stuff that's going on at the moment around the world. And since 2008 I've been researching truth. I'm a great fond of truth. So I'm doing my best in achieving it and spreading the word out. Since I discovered about 5G, almost on a daily basis, obsessively, I was researching it and putting out information to let people know, especially in Israel, in Hebrew. And not many people are doing my work at the moment in Israel, and I hope more will do. But just to let you know, in the past 5 or 6 weeks, from few dozen people who know about 5G, we have now more than hundreds of thousands of people in Israel who know what is 5G and are willing to stop it. So interesting times. Thank you for having me on. And although I don't consider it much, I also have a bachelor degree in behavioral sciences, I just remembered, and communication or media. But just remember, it's coming from the system, so don't rave so much about it. That's it. Thank you. Just said, and I really agree with what they said. I mean, we need to remember, there's a war going on. Also, it's been started long ago, and a lot of steps in this war we are not aware of, and they've already been run through an AI computer. So they know what's ahead of us, but we don't. Still, we need to remember that God, the Creator, is on our side. And we were created according or by His image. And we have this advantage on our side. And, you know, we are such an amazing creature. They need to create an alternative reality to fool us or to lead us into believing there's a virus. Real or fake, doesn't matter now, but to make us believe there's a virus. Trying to push down our throat this 5G system. Trying to push down our throat the vaccination with all the gadgets that follow it. And we need to agree in order for all of this to happen. So I want to take everything back now to step one. We should not agree. I'm not here for survival. I don't want to go and hide in the bush like Hunger Games. This is not my game. This is not my cup of tea, and I don't think anyone should have this as his cup of tea or hers. I'm here for winning, not for surviving. Not just, okay, I'll have the vaccine. Does it have the chip? No way. This is a war for life and death. I do not agree. I do not consent to live in a world where my child has to take, mandatory vaccination with chips and antennas and AI controlled. No way. It's either we win or we don't. I'm not here for survival games, Hunger Games, and although I have my garden and I educate myself and others about these things, I don't think this is where we need to go. We need to stop it here and now. And in order to do that, we need enough number of people getting up and saying enough is enough. And actually, I will start with something that David Icke has said in his, I think it was in his London Real interview with Brian Rose. And what he said, and this is something so important. It's maybe the first time since decades, I would say, that the Gateses of the world enter the room and the door just shut behind them. And we have an opportunity, so good opportunity, so precious opportunity. So I disagree actually with what Derek has said, that the Gateses are going to stick around for some more, for longer time, or Agenda 2030 is a fact. No, it's not. It's just a story, and it's It's up to us whether we believe this story and make it come true because this is part of predictive programming, or we don't. And since Gates or Soros or what have you, all these, the Gateses of the world and the Faucis, etc., they enter the room and the door just shut behind them. And basically, it's up to us what we do with them. So I do now follow what Mark has just said, Mark Devlin, that it's in our hand to kick their ass and push them aside and create our own reality. Now, to be honest, if I go now to the to the food story, most people probably will not grow their own food. Now, even if you do, you can grow potatoes, but you need to eat so much more than just potatoes to survive. Otherwise, we go back to the to a wartime or the Holocaust times. Now, we don't want to go there. So we better get this opportunity while Gates and Soros and Fauci's, they are in the room with us. And it's the first time they exposed their plans. They expose what they plan for us in the future, what they plan for our children. And we need to use this precious knowledge that we now been exposed to and kick their ass and create our own reality for our sake and our, obviously, children's and grandchildren's sake.